So I was asked by a couple viewers to share how I make my taco stuffed potatoes. I feel kind of silly doing a recipe video for this because it is something I just kind of threw together, but either way, I wanted to share it with you guys. If you are following the WW Purple Plan, this is a low Smart Point value dinner or meal. If you do follow the blue plan or the green plan, obviously everything else is going to be a little bit higher in Smart Points, so you'll have to adjust accordingly. Things like the potatoes and the black beans are 0 Smart Points on the purple plan there, which is why I really like this recipe because it is purple plan friendly, but it should still be lower in Smart Points for the other plans as well. So everything you see here is what goes into this meal. Again, super simple. So obviously potatoes is the main ingredient. Then to make my taco meat, I use 93% lean ground turkey. I do usually use leaner turkey for different recipes, but since everything else is pretty much 0 Smart Points, I go a little bit less leaner for the turkey to give it a little bit more flavor. So I mix the ground turkey with the black beans, and this is homemade taco seasoning. And in the description, I will have the recipe on how we make our taco seasoning, but you can use a taco seasoning packet. I don't count the Smart Points for the taco seasoning. I'm not sure of a packet. I think it might be like one Smart Point for like a lot. Honestly, I don't know. I've never counted taco seasoning, so disclaimer there. If you want to count that, then you might want to scan it and see, how many Smart Points that is. So it's a potato with taco meat and then the taco toppings. You can kind of get creative with the toppings, but we just keep it simple, and we do, especially since the beans are in with the meat, but we do salsa, and instead of sour cream, we use non-fat Greek yogurt and fat-free cheddar cheese. And they're really delicious. And I also use some, I can't believe it's not butter spray, directly on the potatoes. Those are the ingredients, and I will show you how I assemble them. I apologize for the lighting in my kitchen. One of these days I'll invest in some better lighting. But for now, we'll make do with the poor lighting, but that's okay. So for the potatoes, I take some decent sized potatoes. These are, okay, so basically the measurements that I'm using, I wing it. We're a family of 4, so I try to get, enough for us. So I have, 1 large potato and then, some smaller ones. But, so the way I make my baked potatoes is I will wash them really good, and I'll cut any funky spots off of them, and I will pierce them with a fork. And then I actually microwave them for like 5 to 8 minutes. And then I'll put them in the oven at 350 until they're done. I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes. But you could microwave them. I just prefer to bake them a little bit after I microwave them because it just comes out better, I think. But you could microwave them. I start them off in the microwave so it takes less time in the oven. Okay, so while the potatoes are in the microwave, I'm going to start my taco meat. So I'm browning the ground turkey. This is a little bit more than 2 pounds of ground turkey. And if you're using a taco seasoning packet, you can prepare your meat as directed on there. I basically just brown the meat, add the seasoning that I made, and the beans at the end so the beans don't get mushy. So I've started my ground beef while the potatoes are starting up in the microwave. While the potatoes are in the microwave and I started browning the turkey meat, I went ahead and opened my can of black beans and rinsed them. I like adding black beans to my taco meat because it is a good way to bulk up the recipe, give it some extra protein with 0 added Smart Points. Again, that's for the purple plan as well as the blue plan. I do know that black beans do have points on the green plan. So that's why I add black beans to my taco meat, and I pretty much do that whenever I make any kind of taco meal for dinner. All right, so these just came out of the microwave, and the goal is to make it so they're able to be pierced with a fork, but not like soft where they're done. If you're doing it my way, if you're doing it strictly in the microwave, then you want them to be able to be pierced easily with a fork. So these are pretty much where I want them to be. It took approximately 8 minutes to microwave them, and I'm going to put them directly in the oven. I'm not going to wrap them or anything like that, and and they should be good to go in like 5 to 10 minutes. I said 20 minutes earlier, but it'll be a little less time than that. So just gonna basically put them in until the rest of the meal is done, and they should be good. But again, you can cook your potatoes however you like to cook your potatoes. I just wanted to share how I make my potatoes, sometimes anyway. All right, the ground turkey is looking pretty much done. It is cooked all the way through, and now I'm going to drain it and then add it back to the pan and add the beans and the seasoning. So the ground turkey is all drained, mostly drained, and then I put it back in the pan and I'll just add the taco seasoning. Honestly, I don't even know how much this will take, but if you're using an envelope, obviously you're going to go along with the measurement that is in the envelope, but I add enough of what I have in the recipe that's down below the description until it starts to look like the ground beef, or the ground turkey is coated enough. And I will continue to heat this on medium-high heat until the meat is coated with the taco seasoning and looks done. And now I'll incorporate the beans, and I will use the whole can. I know that with the taco seasoning packets, you can also, it says in the directions to add water too, and I don't. Typically, when I use the seasoning that I make, you can, even with the seasoning, to get it to cook in a little bit. I think that that's like the purpose of adding the water. Okay, so this looks good to me. Looks like it's coated enough with the seasoning, and I still have quite a bit of seasoning left over. Okay, so this is done. The meat is done. I'll go ahead and get started with assembling the potatoes. Okay, when making my potato, I like to have mine in a bowl because a lot of times the toppings spill out and it just contains it better. So, okay, so I'm just gonna open, that's hot, my potato. Once it's cut up, I like to kind of mash mine a little bit so the flavor really gets into the potato. But this potato looks really good. Okay, so that is good. And then I will squirt it with a few squirts of, I can't believe it's not butter spray, which is optional. And then I will take about 1/2 cup of the taco meat mixture and put it right on top. Approximately 4 ounces is 3 Smart Points, and that's basically where the Smart Points come from. Because I don't use the leanest ground turkey, then I will take 1/8 cup of fat-free cheddar, put that on top, and on top of that, I put a dollop of the fat-free Greek yogurt. You can use fat-free sour cream or low-fat sour cream, just be where the Smart Point value will change. And then a tablespoon of salsa, any kind you prefer. The kind I use is the kind from Aldi, and 1 tablespoon is 0 Smart Points. So that is my finished product. When I shared a picture of it before, it looked a lot better because I was making it photo pretty. But this, I plan on eating right away. And yeah, so it's a pretty easy dinner, great for weeknights, and low in Smart Points. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more recipe videos of me just throwing food together and seeing how it turns out, make sure you hit the subscribe button and continue to follow along on my weight loss journey. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.